1. Batch cooking. Remember when our grandmothers would spend an entire Sunday cooking up a storm? That's batch cooking, and it's a habit we need to revive. I used to spend every evening scrambling to put dinner together, but once I started batch cooking, my life changed. Now I dedicate a few hours on the weekend to prepare meals for the entire week. I cook large quantities of soups, stews, and casseroles, then portion them out and freeze them. This not only saves time during busy weekdays, but also reduces food waste and cuts down on the temptation to order takeout. Plus, buying ingredients in bulk for batch cooking often works out cheaper. 2. Gardening at home. There's something magical about plucking a ripe tomato from your own backyard. Home gardening is a frugal habit that connects us with nature while saving money on groceries. I started small with a few herb pots on my windowsill, and now I have a thriving vegetable patch. It's not just about the savings, the taste of homegrown produce is unbeatable. Plus, gardening is a great stress reliever and a fun activity to do with kids. You don't need a large space either. Even apartment dwellers can grow herbs or small vegetables in containers. 3. Repurposing leftovers. In today's world of abundance, it's easy to forget the value of leftovers. But our grandparents knew better. They'd turn yesterday's roast into today's sandwich filling or tomorrow's soup base. I've learned to embrace this habit, and it's revolutionized my approach to cooking. That leftover rice. It becomes fried rice the next day. Vegetable scraps. They go into a delicious homemade stock. This habit not only saves money, but also sparks creativity in the kitchen. It's a fun challenge to see how many meals you can create from one main dish. Plus, it significantly reduces food waste, which is a win for both your wallet and the environment. 4. Sewing and quilting. There was a time when sewing wasn't just a hobby, but a necessary skill. Our great-grandmothers could mend a torn shirt or create a beautiful quilt from fabric scraps. I decided to learn sewing a few years ago, and it's been incredibly rewarding. Now, instead of throwing away clothes with small tears or missing buttons, I can repair them easily. I've even started making simple items like pillowcases and tote bags. The satisfaction of creating something with your own hands is unmatched. Plus, it's a great way to personalize your wardrobe and home decor without breaking the bank. Did you find the video helpful so far? Please consider liking the video and type "I am frugal" in the comments below. And if you're ready to declutter your home, don't forget to join my 7-day declutter challenge, link in the description. 5. Hand-me-downs. In our consumer-driven society, the concept of hand-me-downs might seem outdated. But it's a frugal habit that deserves a comeback. Growing up, I always got my older cousins' clothes, and now I pass my kids' outgrown clothes to friends with younger children. It's not just about clothes either. Books, toys, and even furniture can be handed down. This habit saves money, reduces waste, and creates a sense of community. It's a beautiful way of supporting each other and teaching children the value of sharing and reusing. 6. Batching errands. Remember when a trip to town was a big event? Our grandparents would plan these trips carefully, making sure to get everything done in one go. In our modern world of convenience, we've lost this habit of efficiency. I've recently started batching my errands, and it's made a huge difference. Instead of making multiple trips throughout the week, I plan 1 or 2 days where I do all my errands. This saves time, fuel, and reduces the temptation for impulse purchases. It also forces me to plan ahead and be more organized. 7. Thrifting and upcycling. The art of finding treasures in secondhand stores or breathing new life into old items is a frugal habit we should all embrace. I've furnished most of my home with thrifted items, and it's not only saved me money, but also given my space a unique look. Upcycling takes this a step further. That old ladder becomes a bookshelf, or a vintage suitcase turns into a quirky side table. It's amazing how a little creativity can transform something old into something new and beautiful. 8. Cooking from family recipes. There's something comforting about cooking a meal from a well-worn recipe card in your grandmother's handwriting. Family recipes often use simple, inexpensive ingredients to create hearty, delicious meals. I've started collecting and cooking from my family's old recipes, and it's been a wonderful experience. Not only are these meals budget-friendly, but they also connect us to our heritage and bring back cherished memories. Plus, many of these recipes were created during times when resources were scarce, so they're inherently frugal. 9. Delayed gratification. In our world of instant gratification, the idea of saving up for something might seem quaint, but it's a habit that can significantly improve our financial health. I've started implementing a 30-day rule for big purchases. If I still want the item after 30 days, then I buy it. More often than not, the urge passes. It's a habit that can lead to more thoughtful consumption and greater appreciation for what we have. Congratulations! You've made it halfway through the video, so we have a small gift from our side, which is the free 7-Day Declutter Challenge, where you'll get daily checklists to help you declutter step by step. Plus, some exclusive bonuses to keep you motivated along the way. It's only available for a limited time, so click the link in the description or the pinned comment to join now. 10. Using a cash envelope system. In the age of digital payments, using cash might seem outdated, but the cash envelope system is a powerful budgeting tool that our grandparents swore by. I tried this system a few years ago, and it completely changed my spending habits. Here's how it works. You allocate cash to different envelopes labeled for various expenses like groceries, entertainment, etc. Once an envelope is empty, you stop spending in that category. It's a tangible way to manage your budget and avoid overspending. Using cash also makes you more aware of your spending. Handing over physical money feels different than swiping a card. This system has helped me stay debt-free and more mindful of my financial choices. 11. Heating with wood or fireplaces. There's something nostalgic about gathering around a crackling fireplace on a cold winter night. While not everyone can switch to wood heating, using a fireplace or wood-burning stove can significantly reduce energy costs. I installed a wood-burning stove in my living room, and it's become the heart of our home during winter. It not only keeps us warm, but also creates a cozy atmosphere that brings the family together. Of course, it's important to source wood responsibly and ensure proper ventilation. But when done right, this old-fashioned heating method can be both economical and environmentally friendly. 12. Keeping a pantry inventory. Our grandmothers always seemed to know exactly what was in their pantries. Keeping a pantry inventory is a habit that can prevent overbuying and reduce food waste. I started doing this a year ago, and it's been a game changer. I keep a simple list on my phone, updating it whenever I use or buy something. This habit ensures I use up what I have before buying more, and it makes meal planning much easier. It's also handy for spotting good deals. If I see a sale on something I use often, I can check my inventory to see if I need to stock up. A well-organized pantry can be a powerful tool in frugal living. 13. Using cloth napkins and towels. Switching from disposable paper products to reusable cloth options is a habit that's both frugal and eco-friendly. I made this switch in my home, and while it required an initial investment, it saved money in the long run. Cloth napkins add a touch of elegance to meals, and they're much more effective than paper towels for cleaning up spills. Yes, it means a bit more laundry, but the reduction in waste is worth it. Plus, cloth napkins and towels last for years, making them a more economical choice in the long term. 14. Repairing household items. In our throwaway culture, the art of repairing things has been largely forgotten. But our grandparents knew the value of fixing rather than replacing. I've started learning basic repair skills, and it's been incredibly empowering. Now, instead of replacing a lamp with a faulty switch, I can fix it myself. Learning to repair things not only saves money, but also extends the life of our possessions. It's a habit that encourages us to value what we have and resist the urge to constantly buy new things. 15. Simple entertainment. Remember when an evening of entertainment meant a board game or storytelling around the fireplace? These simple pleasures are making a comeback, and for good reason. I've started having regular game nights with my family, and it's become a cherished tradition. We've rediscovered the joy of puzzles, card games, and even old-fashioned storytelling. These activities not only cost very little, but also promote bonding and create lasting memories. 16. Making homemade soups and stews. There's nothing quite like a pot of homemade soup simmering on the stove. Our grandmothers knew that soups and stews were not only comforting, but also an economical way to feed a family. I've started making a big pot of soup every week, using bones for stock and whatever vegetables are in season. It's a great way to use up leftovers and create nourishing meals on a budget. 17. Stretching meals with fillers. The art of making a little go a long way is a frugal habit worth reviving. Our ancestors were experts at stretching meals by adding inexpensive fillers like rice, beans, or oats. I've started incorporating this habit into my cooking, and it's been a game changer for our grocery budget. Adding lentils to ground meat dishes or rice to soups not only makes the meal go further, but also adds nutrition and texture. This habit reduces food waste and teaches us to be creative with what we have. It's a simple way to make our food dollars stretch further without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. 18. Budgeting with lists. In the age of apps and digital tools, there's something to be said for the simplicity of pen and paper. Our grandparents often kept meticulous lists for budgeting, and it's a habit worth bringing back. I started keeping a small notebook where I jot down all my expenses and shopping lists. This tangible record makes me more aware of my spending and helps me stick to my budget. It's also satisfying to physically cross items off a list. This habit keeps me organized, prevents impulse purchases, and gives me a clear picture of where my money is going. Sometimes the old-fashioned way really is the best way. There you have it. 18 old-fashioned frugal habits we need to bring back in 2025. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to join my free 7-day declutter challenge to take your decluttering journey to the next level. Click the link in the description to sign up.